Good morning and welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with your daily energetic check-in and our card of focus using our Hocus Pocus deck. It is October, is the Seven of Potions, which is the Seven of Cups. Okay, now we know that the Seven of Cups can be illusions, it can be confusion, opportunities, too many choices. Sometimes that energy moves back and forth in the extremes. It can be about making a choice. Okay. So I'm going to use the Hocus Pocus deck because I really like what they say about the Seven of Potions. Okay. It says your spell book is filled with potions to brew, each more exciting than the last, which means you're learning. Endless opportunities are laid out before you. Look toward your fantasies for inspiration regarding where you should head next. Now is the time to turn your daydreams into reality. Okay? So this is really about you going after your dream. What do you fantasize about? What do you dream about? How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Who do you see yourself with? What do you see yourself doing? All right? Lean into the fantasy to figure out what your next steps are. All right? Oh my God, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, I am going to use the Witches, or excuse me, the Witch of the Forest Tarot. Oh, I love that card. Lean into your fantasies. All right. Let's just get these shuffled up. I want to thank everyone for being here so much. My love and appreciation for you is huge. All right. I am honored to bring you these readings, and I am so honored to have you joining me on this crazy journey that I'm on. All right, let's get into this. Let me move these decks. All right. Leaning into your fantasies to figure out your next steps. And we have the King of Swords coming out. So you might be up in your head. You might be... Now, the King is intelligent, strategic. Okay, this may be how you are approaching your next steps with the Sword of Truth. But it's kind of a cold energy, you guys. It's a cold energy, and there's not a lot of room for fantasy with the King of Swords, okay? So you might be up in your mind, up in your head. So, yeah, the Hangman. Yeah, this is sort of a cosmic timeout. There's no way forward. This card is saying there's no way forward if you're only using your logic and intellect to reach your dreams. This is interesting. I just had another reading. Was it yesterday? That was very similar. I think the Ace of Cups had come out. Anyway, it might be worth checking that one out. The Ace of Cups was the card of focus. But so this basically is saying, do not pass go. You cannot move forward in the same direction. You cannot get where you want to go with how you've been manifesting, or in this thing, you're logically moving towards your dream, and you can't. You got to step into the fantasy world a little bit. You got to step into the things in your mind that haven't happened yet in order to know it way. But this is good. This is good. This is a pivot. This is enlightenment. So you're understanding that you cannot approach whatever it is you're trying to do only with logic. Okay? Only with the cold steel of a blade. Okay? And I love this for you. You guys are totally switched on. It's like you understand what's going on, and I'm just literally confirmation for you. Keep in mind the Knight of Pentacles is coming up. Now, this is a great card because the Knight takes the observation, strategy, idea of the Page of Pentacles and takes it into action. So there is movement with this card. There's movement towards foundation, stability, whatever it is that you're planning. Now there's a lot of strategy with the pentacles, okay? Especially with the knight, the page and the knight. There's the observation of getting to where you need to go. So in this card, there's definitely an understanding about where you're going. It's just a matter of kind of switching up your method of operation. Let's just say that, okay? Yeah, you are meant to get what you want. You just need sort of, I love it because it's almost like this sort of fun, playful approach that you need to take. Not the cold steel, you know, of the king. Now, we love the king. We're not dissing the king at all. The king of swords has his place. But right now, you're a little too cold. You need to just be playful. It's going to come to you, okay? Yeah. So this energy and moving into what it is that you're trying to accomplish is only making you feel trapped because you're not super open to. I mean, this is the nature of, okay? This is just basically saying that you kind of are feeling trapped in a situation right now because the logic and intellect and strategizing that you've been doing hasn't been working, okay? Now this is sort of a mental cage that we've created for ourselves. Yeah, heavy on the mind, heavy on the mind. This does have to do with your stability, though. So I understand that we can get into our heads a little bit about that. All right, let's get another card for your energy. Yeah, just one. Whoa, just one. Okay, no, I'm going to get two here. All right. So the Page of Wands. So two cards came out, but this was the first one. So Page of Wands. Yeah, this is that fiery creative spark, right? The spark of an idea. So this Hanged Man, you know, is giving you a little bit of an epiphany that's going to move you forward with something really creative, okay? Once you sort of get into that playful fantasy, you know, role playing, you know, I've said before in other readings, maybe it's time for a play date. You know, say you want to be, you know, a famous singer. And this is just an example. Call up your besties. Go and get a coffee and have them wait outside and like scream and yell and ask for your autograph. You know, something fun like that, okay? Just have a play date and live as if, all right? The Page is the spark. So now we need to fan the flames. So with this card came the High Priestess. This is working in the mystical magical. So yes, you do have an understanding. You have an understanding that you need to sort of go inward and you know, have fun and romp around, especially with that Page of Wands, romp around with the mystical magical to get what you want. So you understand this. You understand it. The Hanged Man says you understand it. You know you need to take it a different direction. Okay, just the nature of this reading is you're kind of like in your head. You're being too logical about your approach. Now, the Ace of Wands popped out. Now, this is a gift from Spirit. This is the bonk on the head card. You know, I bonk you on the head because you're not paying attention, but it is a gift, right? Working with the mystical magical is going to be this gift. Passion, fire, confidence, juiciness, right? It is going to be kind of a bonk on the head, but it's coming with this enlightenment and understanding that you're having about how you need to approach your dreams at this point. Wow, now the cards are just flipping over left and right. Flipping over left and right. Yeah, that Five of Cups. Look at, she's looking in the direction of the spilt cups and not looking in the direction because there are two full ones that are just ready to be devoured, right? There's something mystical, magical over here, but as long as we stay focused on what isn't working, we don't see what is, right? This is part of this energy. This is the nature of this reading here, you guys. The logic isn't working, and yeah, there's definitely some heartfelt stuff in your decision making, but you're focusing on the stuff that didn't work instead of focusing on what did. The Magician came out with that Five of Cups. So you are trying to bring something into fruition. You're trying to bring forth something into your material world. Probably the stability of the Knight over here. And coming up with these cards here, the Swords and then the Sorrow of the Five of Cups, I mean, it really shows me that you're doing the hard work, but there's something missing. It's not happening. You have all the tools you need, but you're just not working it in the right way. So step into the fantasy, step into a playful mode, understand what is working, okay? And instead of focusing on what isn't, instead of focusing on the past, you know, our cups are of the emotions. So you know, you're working so hard, and you are the magician. You're working so hard doing this, right? Once you focus on the fantasy, this whole sort of awakening, enlightenment with that Hanged Man is going to bring in this juice and working. It's going to put you in this energy, and your manifestation skills are going to be bonkers, okay? They're going to be bonkers. And by that, I mean really, really good. Although I'm saying bonkers, and remember I said the Ace of Wands is a bonk on the head card. So, Five of Pentacles. This is struggles. This is in your energy. So you are struggling, and you are struggling with your foundation and your stability. Okay. This is walking away from something you probably perceived as being stable and safe for you. You are leaving what you thought was safe behind. Now, fives are a breakthrough, okay? So this is someone who's been in struggle and loss moving out of that. And even if this is part of how you're feeling, which I totally understand this card, when you embrace that sort of fantasy dream world of yours to get where you want to go and open up this spark of creativity and this working with the mystical, magical, you will be walking. You will be walking. Okay. And down the road, you're going to look back at this and you're going to be like, I was so smart. I am so thankful and grateful that I walked away from what I thought was my stability over here. Okay. I love this energy for you. I love, 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 love. All right. Okay. Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands. This is stand your ground. This is coming out under the nature. Okay. So keep working towards your foundation, understanding that this gift from spirit is going to come in. Okay. Don't stop. This is stand your ground. This is the card of persistence. No one's going to knock you down. No one's going to change your mind, okay? I love this card. There's confidence with this card. You're not going to let anybody tell you how to go about getting where you're going, right? Once you bring in this sort of fantasy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, this is generational wealth. This is ultimate security and foundation, monetary, material, all of that. And it ripples out. It's generational. So this is all leading you to that Ten of Cups. I mean, this is from the bottom of the deck. This is what's hidden from you, right? stepping into the fantasy of what it is that you want, and being playful is going to take you there. You just need to step away from the brain chatter and the logic of things. Sometimes things unfold in ways that we don't understand. And the thing to do in those situations, in those cases, is to be thankful and grateful that that good thing happened, or whatever, yeah, that it happened. We don't necessarily always have to know the why of the magical, mystical. Okay. That is your message for today. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I'll see you next time.